Good morning, class 9. How are you? I hope all of you are very well. From today we are going to start our syllabus. As you can see, the name of this chapter, quadrilateral. Okay. In previous lectures, I taught you many things about quadrilateral. As you know, what is quadrilateral? Any closed plane figure of 4-line segment is called quadrilateral. Okay. And it can be categorized into different parts like rectangle, square, rhombus, parallelogram, trapezium and kite. Okay. So in this section we should keep or we should remember two major properties. One is properties of a parallelogram, and what about properties of a parallelogram? Properties of a parallelogram. Okay. As you can see, there are various properties in a parallelogram. Opposite sides are equal, opposite sides are parallel, opposite angles are equal, diagonals bisect each other. These are the properties of a parallelogram. Okay. And a special type of parallelogram means you can consider rectangle, square and a rhombus like a parallelogram in special cases. Okay. And another thing is midpoint theorem. Midpoint theorem. Okay. Only two things are in this chapter. Okay. Now see this question. Question number 3 says ABCD is a rectangle. PQRS are the midpoint of side AB, BC, CD and DA respectively. Show that the quadrilateral PQRS is a rhombus. So first of all we will draw the diagram. Okay. So how can we draw? Let's see. This is a rectangle. Say A, B, C, D. Plot the midpoint P, Q, R and S and write the name and join all these points to each other. Now you can see the figure. Okay. We are going to prove this inside quadrilateral is a rhombus. So what will we do here? First of all, we will join the opposite vertices of the rectangle A and C. It means it is a diagonal. Okay. Now let's start. We can consider in triangle ABC, in triangle ABC or BAC, P and Q are the midpoints. P and Q are midpoints of side AB and BC. Okay. So we can write here PQ is parallel to AC and PQ is equal to half of AC by MPT, midpoint theorem. Okay, say equation 1. Similarly, in triangle DAC, you can see here S and R are the midpoint. S and R are the midpoints of sides DA and DC. Okay. So now here you can also write SR is parallel to AC and SR is equal to half of AC by MPT. Say equation 2. From 1 and 2 we get, हमें क्या मिलता है? We get PQ is parallel to SR and PQ is equal to SR. So I taught you, if in any quadrilateral, if one pair of side is equal as well as parallel, then that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. So on the behalf of this property, we can say that PQRS is a parallelogram. Now, okay, अभी हमको इस PQRS को कहाँ तक पहुंचाना है? रोम्बस तक पहुंचाना है. सो अब हम लोग क्या करेंगे, ये एडजेसेंट साइड को हम लोग इक्वल दिखाएंगे. ओके, सो व्हाट वी कैन डू हियर, लेट्स सी. As we know, in rectangle, opposite sides are equal, and S and Q are midpoints. So definitely, this side is equal to this side. Okay, and P is also midpoint. So this one is also equal to this one, and this angle is equal to this angle 90 degree. So both the triangle are congruent by side angle side. So by CPCT, this side is equal to this side. Okay. So let's see. Now we will consider a triangle SAP and QBP. है ना, ये पार्ट 1 हो गया हम लोगों का, ये पार्ट 2. In triangle SAP and triangle QBP, we can write here DA is equal to CB, property of rectangle. So half of DA is also equal to half of CB. It means SA is equal to QB. Okay, and AP is equal to BP by the reason P is midpoint. P is midpoint. Okay, and angle A is equal to angle B 90 degree each. So therefore we can write here triangle SAP is congruent to triangle QBP. Okay, by side angle side criteria. So by CPCT, you can get SP is equal to PQ by CPCT से इक्वेशन, इसको हम लोग मान लेते हैं इक्वेशन 3 और इसको मान लेते हैं इक्वेशन 4. Okay, now we can write here from 3 and 4 parallelogram PQRS is a rhombus. Hence proved. I hope you understood. Now this is question number 4. Question number 4 says ABCD is a trapezium in which AB is parallel to DC, BD is a diagonal, and E is the midpoint of AD. Okay. A line is drawn through E parallel to AB intersecting BC at F. Show that F is the midpoint of BC. Okay, so here we need to prove. We can write here in given things. What the things are given? AB is parallel to DC. Okay, ये पहला पॉइंट दिया हुआ है. दूसरा पॉइंट, E is midpoint. E is midpoint of AD. तीसरा पॉइंट, EF is parallel to AD. EF is parallel to AB. Okay. Now to prove, क्या हम लोगों को प्रूव करना है? F is midpoint of BC. F is midpoint of BC. Okay. So let's see how can we prove it. First of all, you can see here we can give the name of this intersection point like P. Okay, here you can write AB is parallel to DC and AB is parallel to EF also. Okay, here. So AB is parallel to EF is parallel to DC. तो ये तीनों लाइन आपस में क्या हो जाएंगे, पैरेलल हो जाएंगे. और आपको मालूम है यूक्लिड्स बोलते हैं if two things are equal to the same things are equal to one another. तो ये दोनों जो है कि इसके पैरेलल था, इसलिए आपस में भी पैरेलल हो गया. इसको मान लेते हैं इक्वेशन 1. अब बात करते हैं ट्राइंगल DAB की. लिखेंगे ये पहला पॉइंट हो गया. दूसरा पॉइंट, इन ट्राइंगल DAB E is midpoint of AD and EP is parallel to AB. So यहाँ पे by CMPT हम लोग लिख सकते हैं P is midpoint of, so P is midpoint of BD by CMPT, converse of midpoint theorem. Okay, say equation 2. Now again we will consider this triangle. In third point we can write in triangle BCD, in triangle BCD अभी हम लोगों ने प्रूव कर दिया P is midpoint. P is midpoint of side BD and PF is parallel to DC. Why? Because EF is parallel to DC. Okay, from 1 इक्वेशन 1 में हम लोगों ने दिखाई EF is parallel to DC. तो PF जो है EF का पार्ट है, इसलिए PF is also parallel to DC. Okay, so here we can write F is midpoint of, so F is midpoint of side BC by converse of midpoint theorem, hence proved. I hope you understood. केवल प्रॉपर्टीज हैं, अगर आप प्रॉपर्टीज याद रखते हैं तो काफी आसानी से क्वेश्चंस को सॉल्व कर लेंगे. ओके, in next lecture I hope we will complete this chapter. Okay, because 3 or 4 questions remains. Okay, thank you for watching.